Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to learn how to make this crunchy and delicious spring rolls. I'm going to start from scratch with the wraps, the filling and everything that goes into making this delicious treat. So let's get right into it. To my pan under medium heat, I'm going to add some vegetable oil. You can use any oil of your choice. I'm going to heat it up until it's nice and hot and then add some onions. When I add the onions, I'm going to saute them until they are almost browning or until they are fragrant. Then you add your cabbage. You can use any vegetable of your choice, okay? This is your kitchen, do you and be happy. Today, I am craving for cabbage spring rolls because this brings back so many memories from way back primary school. We used to buy spring rolls and they were so delicious and they were just made with cabbage. Wow! So I decided to replicate this. So once I stir fry my cabbage for some 30 seconds, I'm adding some beef seasoning, some sugar, and also some water, just so that I can add my cornstarch, okay? The cornstarch also goes in, and I'm going to give this a very good mix until it comes together nicely. You know, cabbage cooks really quickly, so you do not want to leave it on fire for long. Just mix it for a few seconds and then add salt to taste. And just like that, after you have mixed it in nicely, your cabbage filling is nice and ready. This filling is very tasty, and look at how beautiful it looks already. Yes, so we are going to set this aside in a place to cool down. You know, cabbage has some water content in it, so when you are adding it or you are leaving it to cool down, please don't add the water that has drained out of it. Don't add it to it, or else your spring rolls will be very soggy and you wouldn't like the outcome, okay? So any water content you see, avoid it. Okay, so we'll let this cool down beautifully whilst we concentrate on making our dough. I'm adding some flour into a bowl. This is some salt as well. I'm going to give this a very good mix and then make a well in the center. Once that is done, I'm going to add some water to this. Every measurement is going to be in the description box for you to check it out, okay? So mix this very well until it forms a dough. You can even go in with your hand and then mix it into a soft dough, just the way you are seeing right now. Then you are going to go ahead and knead it on your work surface for about 5 minutes, just so that the dough comes together nicely and then everything combines. The salt, the water, the flour combines nicely into a smooth dough, just like this. So the dough is a little bit firm right now, but you're going to let it rest in the bowl for 30 minutes. You can cover it with your plastic wrap or a nice kitchen napkin like I am using. After 30 minutes, we are back and our dough has been resting nicely. We are going to put it on our floured work surface and then begin working with it. You will notice that the dough is now nice and soft. That's because it has relaxed beautifully, okay? So you are going to make this into a log and then divide it into 9 equal pieces. This dough can also be divided into 10 pieces, but because I couldn't eyeball it well, I only was able to get 9 pieces, okay? But if you can eyeball it well, you can get 10 beautiful pieces of dough that you can work with easily. Next thing, I'm going to roll the dough into a nice flat ball, just like you are seeing on the screen. This is because I'm going to roll this with my rolling pin into bigger circles. So after I've floured my work surface, I'm going to pick 5 of the dough and then roll them into bigger circles, just like you are seeing on the screen. This method is so easy to do. Once you can even make your dough and put it in the fridge, and then when you are ready, you pick it and roll it out into your circles, okay? Once that is done, I have some vegetable oil on the side. I'm going to apply the vegetable oil on the dough and then stack them up in layers, okay? This one has 5 doughs. This one has 5 layers of dough on it, okay? So just apply your vegetable oil, put the next one, apply the oil until all your 5 layers are beautifully done. So this is the topmost layer. I'm not going to apply any vegetable oil on it. I'm just going to flour it and then begin to roll it nicely into a flat dough. So you will notice that the topmost one and then the bottom one, when you are rolling it, they are smaller than the middle ones, okay? So maybe you may want to make the topmost one and the bottom ones biggest when you are making the small circles, but this time around I just let it be the way they are. I really didn't mind, okay? So once I'm done rolling and I like the thinness that I've achieved, I'm going to transfer this onto my lightly greased pan under medium heat. When it's nice and hot, I put the dough in there and then I heat it up. The goal is not to cook or overcook the dough. If you overcook the dough, it will become hard in the middle or on the side and you wouldn't like it, okay? You want a dough that is very versatile and easy to work with. So once it heats on the top side, you flip it over for it to heat on the other side. The reason why I'm putting my dough on the side of my pan is because my heat is unevenly spread. So I don't want one part of the dough to cook more than the other. That's why I'm doing it this way. And I'm placing my hand on it to check if it's heating up. Once I feel the heat on one side, I flip it over to the other side. And you will notice that it's beginning to open. That is when you have to transfer it onto your nice kitchen napkin so that it does not dry out. Then gently pick out the various layers and you can see how beautiful they turned out. This comes with a lot of practice. In the beginning, you may tear your dough, but as time goes on, you will learn how to take it off beautifully without getting any tear, or you'll get less tear, okay? So when you start by taking it off from the sides, so that when you get the sides off, you can beautifully take it off at the middle side as well. I'm going to do this one more time for you to see how I did it. So I'm going to cover this in the napkin for it to rest, and I'll go ahead and do it the second time. So this time around, I have 4 more doughs to work with. So I'm going to lay them up nicely. I'll apply the oil generously and then stack up all the 4 pieces. But the topmost one, again, I'm not adding oil. I'll just put my flour and then begin to roll it beautifully until it's nice and flat. So this is the thinness I am going for. I'm going to go ahead and grease my pan a little bit with some vegetable oil, and then I will add the dough into the pan. So just like I said earlier, I'm not going to overcook this. I'm just going to heat it up on one side and flip it to the other side, okay? So when you flip it to the other side, just check if it's heating up. If you can feel the heat on your palm, then you can flip it over, okay? So once you flip it over a number of times, you will notice that it is beginning to open up. Make sure it's opening up on both sides before you take it off the heat. So once you are done, you take it off the heat and then back to your neat napkin. You are going to just take it off gently. Remember, I told you that you should start by taking it off on the side. Usually the first one peels off pretty comfortably, but the subsequent ones are flatter, so you may want to take it easy. Just attend to it gently. I fast forwarded the video because I don't want the video to be too long, but I believe you can see how I'm working with the wraps. I am making sure that I get it from the side so that it can come off beautifully. And our wraps are looking all good and ready for packaging. And then now I'm going to add some flour into water. I'm going to use this as a binder for my spring roll wraps. Yes, it's now time for us to put the spring rolls together. So the wraps are ready, the filling is ready, and everything is well done. But you can see that the sides of the dough are bigger than the middle. You can cut it off, but really I don't mind at this point. So I'm adding 1 tablespoon of filling to the wrap, and then I am going to fold it 2 times, okay, tightly, and then fold the sides again to it. and then fold it onto itself just the way you are seeing it. After that, I am going to add the flour and water mixture. You can also use water as your binder, but I enjoy using flour and water as my binder, so you can see that it's very nice and well stuck. So when you're putting it down, let it be the downside for it to rest beautifully. I'm going to do 2 extra for you to see, and then we proceed. So this, you can see that I have a tear here. I'm going to put the filling around where the tear is so that I can disguise the tear. If your dough is too torn apart, don't waste it. You can double the dough and then it works perfectly, okay? So you roll it twice or thrice, and then you fold the sides to itself, then you roll it again, add your gum or your flour and water mixture so that it sticks beautifully, then roll it onto it for it to rest. Always remember that the smooth side should be down. The smooth side should be down. The rough side should be the one receiving the filling, okay? Yes, I forgot to mention that. Let me use this as a moment to thank all you returning subscribers and new members here. I appreciate you all so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much. Mwah. So we are done making all our spring rolls. You can see that they are all ready for frying. You can keep them in the freezer till you are ready, but we are frying ours immediately. To our pan under medium heat, I'm going to add some sunflower oil. You can use any oil of your choice. Once it is heating up, I'm going to check for how hot it is with my skewer. Once it heats up nicely, I'll add the spring rolls and fry them under medium to low heat, depending on how hot the oil is, until it's nice and golden brown. So you can either use your skewer or your fork just to turn it around so that it fries evenly, okay? If the fire is too low, it will become very hard and you wouldn't like it. Our first batch is ready. I'm going to put it on some kitchen towel to drain the excess oil whilst we fry the second batch. So like I was saying earlier, your oil should not be too low. The heat should not be too low so that the spring rolls will not become very hard, and we want it to be crunchy, but we want it to have a soft touch to it, okay? So fry it under medium heat and everything will be beautifully done. So once it's nice and golden brown, you can take it off the heat, and then you would let it cool on some parchment paper to drain off the excess oil. Our second batch is ready. Oh my god, this was looking so nice, you know, and beautiful. I was just happy with the results. So as I said earlier, I'll transfer it to some parchment paper to drain off the excess oil, and the spring roll is ready in no time. It was very crunchy, delicious, and it brought back so many memories from primary school where we used to buy spring rolls for snacks, and it was so delicious just with cabbage. But if you eat this thing, you'll be addicted to it. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this recipe. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. I will see you in my next video. God bless you all. Bye.